My name's Angelo, and welcome to We Want Picks. I'm going to give you my favorite PrizePicks entry for UFC 296. If you don't know what PrizePicks is, it's daily fantasy. You come in here, you say more or less than the numbers you see on the screen, and if you are right, you can 10 times your money. It's super easy, it's a ton of fun, and they will give you free money to do it. Just go to wewantpicks.com/prizepicks, use promo code WWP, and they will instantly match your deposit. If you give them $20, they'll give you $20. You give them $100, they will give you $100 instantly that you can use. And the only thing you need to do before you can withdraw all that money is use the free money. They'll give you $100 for free. Build yourself a couple of entries. If you win, you now could have $500 of free money and withdraw every penny of it. Ton of fun, super easy. This is the last card of the year. So let's get that free money. Let's come in and hopefully end on a high note. I am going to focus on UFC 296. As you can see across the top, this is every single sport. Get your free money. UFC takes a break for a couple of weeks. You can come in here, get your NFL lines and whatever else. You can even mix and match. Let's go ahead and get this going. I do have a 5 slate going here, meaning I have 5 entries here, and I'm feeling pretty good about all of them. The first one, I'm going to go more on 14.75 minutes on Randy Brown. This is basically saying it's going to go to a decision, which it should. Salakov's pretty tough. Randy Brown, yes, he's a dangerous striker, but let's look at their records. These guys are decision kings, both of them. They're both tough. They're both capable of going the distance cardio-wise. Neither one of them is an outright quitter. I do think this goes the distance, so we're going to do more on 14.75 fight minutes. The rest of these in the fight minute category are actually tricky. We got a couple of heavyweights with a little over 2 round time limit. Under should be solid, but we're going to leave it alone. This could be sloppy. Martin Madej isn't just finishing everybody. Lots of unknowns with his opponent. We'll leave that alone. Andre Fili, similar situation. He's chinny, but he's dangerous. He could also go to a full decision as he just did. So those are tricky lines. Cody Garbrandt, same exact story. Bryce Mitchell, 14.75. This is another one that I consider doing the over, but I have Bryce Mitchell takedowns. And you can't have 2 of these same persons. So we'll leave that one alone. Let's go ahead, move our way to significant strikes. This is another tricky one. I don't like any of these. We already did the Randy Brown time. Heavyweights, I'm not touching significant strikes on heavyweights. Andre Fili, I just mentioned that. Tagir Ulanbekov, well, I like him with the takedown line, so we have him there. Casey O'Neill, I mean, she could just end up wrestling this whole time or getting wrestled. Like, that strike line is very, very tricky. I wanted to go in on Ian Gary as well, but you go through his fight history, and that's such a tough line, especially given his opponent. So we're going to leave all of these alone. Pantoja, 40.5 significant strikes. I like that. The more there makes sense, but I have his takedown lines as well. So let's go ahead, leave strikes alone. We're going to go to fantasy score. The only one here that I absolutely love is the Paddy Pimblett over 100.5 fantasy points. I think Paddy Pimblett absolutely steamrolls here. I do think he's a bit overrated. I don't think he's that good. I mean, he's obviously good, but I don't think he's going to be a top 5 ranked fighter ever in his career, frankly. But he's fighting a 40-year-old Tony Ferguson whose wife got a restraining order because he's losing his mind, who got a DUI this calendar year, who was on a 6-fight losing streak. 3 of them in a row were finishes. I love Tony Ferguson. We should all appreciate everything that he's done for us as fans. He's gone out there. He's put it on the line. Justin Gaethje took something from that man. That is not the same guy. So I think Paddy Pimblett smokes here. And if we just take a look at the scoring chart, significant strikes, more than half a point. Takedowns are 6 points. I do think he's going to get some takedowns here. Defending a takedown also earns you points. That's unique to PrizePicks, meaning this is not the DraftKings scoring system. Attempting submissions is 5 points. A knockdown is 12. I don't think there's going to be a knockdown. And then we have the finish bonuses. If he finishes in the 3rd round, that's 50 points. That's a late 3rd round finish is 50 points. And then to get there, he can land a bunch of strikes, get some takedowns, attempt some submissions, and he cruises past this number. I think Paddy Pimblett will be totally fine there. That's the only fantasy score I like. Dustin Jacoby, I think he wins. I don't think there's a stoppage, so this is a hard number to get to. And frankly, he could get caught and lose. Casey O'Neill, I think that's a razor-thin fight. Bryce Mitchell, he could cruise past this number. He absolutely could with all those takedowns, but this isn't DraftKings. There is no control time scoring. So we're going to leave it alone. We're going to move the takedowns, and this is where we're going to round everything out. I like the over on Tagir Ulanbekov. Even if you go back to DeGear's fight with Tim Elliott, where he lost, he was out-wrestled. He lost that fight. He still got 2 takedowns in. And this could be the exact same fight. He gets taken down. He gets held down. He gets constantly out-grappled for 15 full minutes. But he's a very good wrestler himself offensively, and he could work in 2 takedowns of his own without a problem. I like the Bryce Mitchell over 3. Bryce Mitchell averages 6 per 15 minutes. I think he's going to be all in on the wrestling, especially considering how dangerous Josh Emmett is standing. And Josh Emmett is not a bum. He's insanely tough. He understands this game. He's going to stand up over and over again. I think Bryce Mitchell cruises past the 3 significant takedowns. And then Alexandre Pantoja, they have met 2. I wish it was 1.5, but I still think we're getting past 2. He already beat Brandon Royval. He had 2 takedowns in that fight. Let's assume they're both a little bit better. Let's assume there's an extra takedown in the mix. Pantoja got him to the ground in the first fight, submitted him in the first fight. I think he does more of the same here, and I think he'll get 3 takedowns to do that. The good news is we have a flex play option. We did 5 entries, which means if all 5 of these are correct, I 10 times my money. $10 gets me 100. 20 gets me 200. If 4 of them are correct, Pantoja doesn't need 3 takedowns. He gets 1. It's all right. I still double my money. $100 of that free money. Boom, I get 200 back. If only 3 of these are correct, 2 of these entries just absolutely crap the bed, I still get money back. This is my entry. You don't need to copy my entry, and you shouldn't copy my entry if you don't agree with it. The most important part about all of this is build your own entry with the very free money. It's the last UFC of the year. Get your free money. WeWantPicks.com/PrizePicks. Use promo code WWP. Take that free instant deposit match. Throw it at a couple of entries. And if you win, you will have even more free money. If you lose, who cares? You have all of your original money. And the free money was just a nice little Christmas gift. WeWantPicks.com/PrizePicks. Promo code WWP.